So, like I've been screaming, I am Q. The first thing I'm going to say is that Michael Jaco and all of those false light cabal are frauds. You should never listen to a tarot card reader because you're in a matrix. And if you're looking into tarot card reading, you're searching for like answers in the spiritual. And if they could hack those tarot card readers, biological computers, their brains, they can hack them and they can manipulate your mind. So I don't know why anybody's listening to that Janine. I guarantee that's a tranny. My white horse was Lola, the tranny song by the Kinks. I'm a kink in their little plan here. Um, the tranny song, Bruce Jenner. My brother was Jason Bruce. My pop was Stanley Bruce. He owned Wise Owl Farm, the owl symbolism. So Jason Bruce and Brandon were my brothers. My dead mother was Deborah Lee. I am Bruce and Brandon Lee. The crow on the Heather album cover. There's a crow. Bruce has a yin yang symbol on his grave. And then you go to yin yang twins, and when they're talking telepathically with me, they whisper. So there's a song called the Whisper Song. And also Boom, Boom, it's on. Yin Yang Twins, that says me and my brother, me and Jason Bruce, Bruce Almighty, Jim Carrey. Jim was my lawyer, JFK Jr. I had a threesome with Faith. Jim is also in the Truman Show. You're actually in the Truman Show, and I'm Truman, and you're characters, and you don't even know that you're in my show. So you're just as, you know, ignorant to the fact that you're being watched as I was. So my pop and my mom Gordon, Flash Gordon Queen. I'm the new queen. I'm Eddie Mercury. Owned a farm called Wise Owl, the owl symbolism. It had a blowfish, Hootie and the blowfish. It had a pinball machine, Who. Pinball wizard. I'm a 33rd degree white wizard. It had a tennis court, Lord, tennis court. I am Space Lord, Monster Magnet. This is the bull horns, Bull in the Heather. Lucifer stole all my magnets from all my vacations ever. Lucifer had about 500 affairs. He says that he never had any, and I'm going to prove he had an affair with Hollywood. I think Juan O Savin is a police sting. It's a police sting. And all the tarot card readers are automatic. You're not even watching a real person. It's all AI. And they're all sellouts who had sex with Lucifer. He's a bull queer. He just stole everything that I own based on the fact that he said he's never had an affair. And he's a sex addict, narcissist, non-player character who they need fuel energy, whether it's sexual or it's negative energy. He needs that. He's actually, it's called a Jezebel spirit in a man's body. His family is NASA, and I prove flat Earth matrix. They have a friend named Houston, and his dead wife is Ida. Ida, I am the storm. My mother-in-law, who's keeping me frozen, Walt Disney Frozen, Elsa. Her mother-in-law is Elsa Meyer, Oscar Meyer, Elsa Meyer. They're Oscar Meyer's family. Oscar was my first neighbor when I was 17 on my own. Elsa, I am the storm. Storm was my pony. And Bruce Blizzard mows the grass here on Heaven on Earth Farm where I'm homeless in an RV. Plaid shirt guy, Tyler from Billings from the Trump rallies. I just had sex with my son's friend, Tyler Billings. Plaid shirt guy, Spaceballs, I'm in an RV, they just went plaid speed. Lady Q, lumberjack. I am a rock and roll space witch, RFK. Touch your nose if JFK Jr.'s alive. JFK's grandkids singing Timber, Timber, the plaid shirt guy, lumberjack, Jackal. Jesse was my first love. His best friend's name was James. His sister was my best friend Dorothy, Wizard of Oz, face dancer, red shoes, cover. It says, This World, and it's a flat earth matrix. I am the Wizard of Oz. And now I have the red shoes. It was confirmed May 4th, 2020, before Lucifer did this to me, by Bashar through a channel named Alan Parsons Project, Eye in the Sky. They have files on everybody. They have a DNA file on everybody, every thought you ever had. Your brain is a biological computer hooked up to the Matrix, the Federation, Source, God, whatever you want to call it. So I've called 911 and reported that I'm Donald Trump from the future. Q. Anybody else done that? I sent Joe Biden a message, 2 messages, to his Facebook, or whatever that is, and then I sent 2 messages to the White House to Joe Biden, telling him he's a fraud, that I am Trump from the future, and he's a fraud. He's a traitor to crimes against humanity, and I told him to gargle my imaginary balls. I called the Pentagon and couldn't get through. I sent Space Force message. I woke up in this body. What am I supposed to do? I know who I am. I'm God. I'm Jesus H. Christ. My ex is Lucifer. He had an affair with Hollywood. He Judased me. And now I'm homeless on Heaven on Earth farm. I keep going and going and going. I'm the Energizer Bunny. My dad's best friend's name was Rabbit. He was number 17 on Bad Company Baseball. My dad was number 33. I'm a 33rd degree wizard. The man who lives in my apartment, or who did live in my apartment, was Rabbit. His name was Donald Rabbit. My 3-year affair with a very young man. He was legal, but he was young, like 22. While married to Lucifer, he ended up having a son named Noah. I am the Storm. I had a pony named Storm. Heather, Weather, anything yet? My children's names are Colton, 45, Trump, Kara Dallas, JFK Sr., and Chase Jet, JFK Jr. Kara is birthday 119. My first husband is birthday 119. 119 is National Popcorn Day. It's my movie. 119, 911. George Bush did 9/11. You're bombing innocent people, or you bombed innocent people. You always kill innocent people. For crazy psychopaths for money. I am Michael Jackson. The 10 and the 2 on the Mickey Mouse clock is military time, 10:22. My first wedding was on October 22nd. Here, 10:10:20, at 10:10, I have a video of not a UFO, might have been a UFO, a helicopter hovering right over. I'm living the country. This helicopter hovered over top of me, and I videotaped it. 10:10 at 10:10. I was brushing my teeth. I got the video. Still got the toothbrush in my hand. I had first contact with Bashar in room 107. 107, in a body named Jeff. Jeff actually son and wife actually lived in my apartment where Rabbit moved into. Jefferson Airplane, White Rabbit. I am a female Neo in the Matrix. Jane, Starship. George and Jane were my grandparents. Jefferson, Star Jane, Cowboy Junkies, Sweet Jane, Juan O Savin, the cowboy boots, the cowboy hat, Jane's Addiction, Jane Says, Warrant. I have 2 Uncle Toms. Uncle Tom's Cabin. This is a police sting, synchronicity, police sting. Gordon, Wise Owl Farm was my grandparents. Gordon is Sting's name. I'm going to keep going, but I got to stop because, I don't want to just sit here and think. It's probably better if I just did my boots because looking at myself, I'm kind of like, I don't know. Maybe my next video, I'll just go back to the boots because then I can just channel and I don't care what I look like and we'll see. But right now, I want you to see me. I want you to see that I'm telling the truth. I have nothing to hide. When this happened, when Corona happened, Thoth telepathically told me that I had to tell the truth, that it was end times. And I chose to tell the truth, and Lucifer chose to lie, and because of greed, Godsmack, he's being Godsmacked. The Jeffersons, I'm going to be moving on up soon because I'm telling the truth. I'm the creator of this fucking matrix. My dad was married to my stepmom, Nancy. Ron and Nancy. I'm Ron and Nancy Reagan. My little brother, their son, is BG, Brandon Glorioso. BG's Staying Alive. John Travolta, Jet Travolta. My son, Chase Jet. I tried to explain this to the cops, and you know what they said? This sounds exhausting. Synchronicity after synchronicity, and 3 dog turds tell me this is exhausting. I'd rather just be a mindless matrix dweller and arrest people and give them fucking fines for not wearing a seatbelt and talking on their phone as I do the same thing. And if I catch a cop's buddy kid with drugs, they'll get let off. But anybody else, you're getting a felony for the rest of your life. You gotta be kidding me. Justice. They have Akashic records. The only reason they have core is because the elites don't want you to look at the Akashic records. They can use liars and get off. While we pay, I had to pay $5,000. Lucifer got caught growing 1 pot plant. I smoke weed now. I got a card. He got caught with 1 pot plant. He even told the cop I didn't have anything to do with it. They still got me in trouble. $5,000 for my lawyer to take 5 minutes and plead the case. Lucifer even told the judge she had nothing to do with it. I lost my right to own a gun. They took my guns that was in a safe. The one cop told my 16-year-old daughter, because she was asking questions, he was going to throw her to the ground. They're tearing down our 1 pot plant and charging us that the state is going to charge us. The state is dirt. You need dirt to grow weed. I just fucked my 30-year crush named Mr. White that I called on July 16th, the day I died, out of the blue, and told him I wanted to lick honey out of his ass crack and off his nutsack. His nickname is Dirt. Alice in Chains, Dirt. I am the Rooster. Mike Starr. I am Mike Starr. I had an imaginary daughter with him named Starr, S-T-A-R-R. Doobie Brothers, listen to the music. Nobody listens to the words. You might hear it, but you don't listen to it. Blackwater. When I met Lucifer, all he wore was Blackwater shirts. He went to some kind of Blackwater race with dirt bikes and 4-wheelers or whatever. It's called Blackwater. Who? Wise Owl Farm. Tommy, my friend Tommy in Phoenix, Maryland. Phoenix Rising is where I caught a UFO turned cigar, tic-tac shape, whatever you want to call it. Caught it on film, turned into a ball of light over top my friend Tommy's house. Tom DeLonge, UFOs. I'm telepathic with Tom DeLonge. I don't even think Tom DeLonge has a body with a soul. If there's a body, it's soulless. It's a soulless clone. I went to the Stars. First of all, UFO hunter, right? Tom DeLonge. I messaged him and told him, look, I'm an ET. I sent I said, I'm JFK Jr., you already know. Room 112, you already know, is where they came to meet JFK Jr., Peaches and Cream, 111, 112. I told him, I texted the Flat Earth man and told him, look, I could prove what you're saying. Nothing. Nobody got me back. I've went into simulation theory and got thrown out after I've proved it's they'll let you talk about simulation theory until you can prove it. The JFK sites that want to know conspiracy this, conspiracy that, I proved it and they throw me out. The JFK Jr. site that says, are you ready? Waiting for Q. Some bitch named Ella, admin, 2 days I fucking posted and the bitch threw me out. Somebody's going to jail. A lot of people are going to jail. It's a police thing. It's a trap. T.I., trap music, Rubber Band Man, Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy, Rubber Band Man, T.I. I'm a targeted individual. You think JFK Jr. would come back after being killed by the cabal and not be targeted? Wake up! You believe that they solved this problem with a hose and water? You're dealing with non-physical entities that can jump from body to body, and you're filling up 400-mile deep tunnels all over the world under the oceans? They have a UFO bases under there. You're going to fill it up with water, and they're going to get in their UFO, and they're going to go up through the water. What the hell? How long do you think it would take to fill up 400-mile deep tunnel? Just one of them. You listen to Charlie Ward and Simon Parks? Aren't they foreigners? Does Charlie Ward even live in the United States? How would they get Q-level clearance? April 1st, 4-1. My son, Colt, 45, his number is 41. George Bush, George Magazine, that was the deadline. May, June, July, August 13th, September 11th for sure. Rhiannon Kennedy, 10783. Captain Kennedy. I'm in Heather's body. Heather's avatar, 00101110. Matrix avatar. I know the number. 10783. I know they gave me my social security number, not the straw man one, the one from outside the Matrix. 007 11 10 22. Then we go back to the 10 and the 2. 10 20 22 10. I mean, I think I posted that wrong. I said it wrong. 2210 military time. 1022 was my first wedding to Weber. Barbecue, BBQ. Birthday 119, 911. 911 was Yeshua's real birthday. 311 is his death date. 311, the